Hello mga kabopols, kaway-kaway dyan. Welcome po sa BRP, Bopols Reaction Polls. Mga kabopols, magandang umaga, magandang hapon at magandang gabi sa ating lahat. Sa mga kababayan nating nakatira sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, sa mga magigiting nating mga OFW, sa mga magigiting nating mga kasundaluhan, binabati ko po kayo ng isang mapagpalang araw. Okay, bago po tayo mag-start sa ating reaction video, pwede po sanang makahiling ng isang like, subscribe, at pakihit ang ating notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa aking panibagong video. Salamat! Okay, dumako tayo sa ating reaction video ngayon. So, ito po, matinding dago po ito dahil hinahabol na po ang mga Duterte ng kabi-kabilang kaso. Yes po, totoo po yun. Kasi unti-unti na pong nagsisilabasan ang mga taong gustong mag-file ng kaso sa kanila. Hindi po ito sa BBM administration na kung hindi private people po sila, kung baga hindi wala silang kinalaman sa gobyerno. Dati silang mga opisyal pero ngayon is considered as private citizen na po sila. Okay? So, meron po akong listeners guest dito, kaya lang mukhang hindi po sila masaya. Tignan niyo po dyan sa screen kung sino yung mga guest of listeners ko. Hindi pa ako kasama dyan. Itaas ko lang ng konti, baka akala nyo kasama din ako dyan sa hindi masaya. Masaya po ako. Okay. Yung ipaparinig ko po sa inyo na video is yung interview ni former Senator and former Blue Ribbon Committee Richard Dick Gordon. Ito yung interview niya kay Miss Karen na sa may ENC. So, hindi ko pa ipapakita yung video, kumbaga yung audio lang para hindi tayo ma-strike ng YouTube. Okay? So, pakinggan po natin at magbibigay po tayo ng konting reaction po dyan. Ito yung ang bibigyan po natin na reaction dito ay regarding dun sa DOH budget na tinransfer sa PSDBM. So, matagal na po ito na controversy dahil ito po yung fund na tinransfer during COVID time, kung maalala po nyo. Okay, so pakinggan po natin yung interview ni ex-Senador Gordon.
Filed rap charges against Duque and Lau because they were working for government, correct? One was health secretary, one was PSDBM, and also included in the ruling, they are ordered dismissed from the service with forfeiture of all their retirement benefits and perpetual disqualification for re-employment in government service. So that's the ombudsman's order. Ang tanong ko, why don't you think that the ombudsman filed cases against former President Duterte? And I wanted to ask you, what was the connection of Senator Bongo in the whole equation?
The name of Bongo already surfaced in the beginning, and he was really moving heaven and earth to say, I'm not involved. But in reality, lahat ng mga cards ng mga tao to, sila Lau, was saying that he was working.
Alam niyo yung sinasabi tinatanong ni Miss Karen is ano yung connection ni Senator Bongo dito sa mga controversy na to, kasi yung PSDBM isa ring agency yun ng ating part ng agency ng ating government. So kung hindi po natin medyo alam kung ano yung PSDBM, ang ibig sabihin po ng PSDBM is procurement service, yung PS. At saka yung DBM po ay sa ah, Department Department of Department of Budget and Management. So yun po yung ibig sabihin ng PS-DBM. Tsaka kung hindi po natin alam kung ano ang function ng PS-DBM, ito po yung pagka-procurement ng ating gobyerno. So kumbaga, ang first function niya is siya yung inatasang mag-procure ng mga supply para sa ating mga gobyerno sa ahensya ng ating gobyerno. So siya yung nagpo-purchase ng mga common use supplies, tsaka materials and equipments. So siya po yung nagpo-procure ng mga pangangailangan dito sa ating gobyerno. Ang pangalawa po na function ng PS-DBM, so nagpo-purchase siya, tsaka nag-i-stock siya, at tsaka siya yung nagre-resell sa mga government agencies natin. Kasi parang bumibili siya ng bultuhan, tapos siya na yung nagdi-distribute sa mga kanya-kanyang agencies ng ating government. So ganun yun. Ang main purpose nito ng PS-DBM is para siya na yung mag-procure para makatipid ang ating gobyerno. Kasi mabibili niya ng mura. Kung bulto-bultuhan kasing bumili ang isang company or isang agency, magiging mura yung magiging price. So makakatipid yung gobyerno dahil parang kumbaga bultuhan bumibili. So ito yung purpose ng PS-DBM dito. Okay?
Under SAP, nung siya ay PMS head. SAP is the Senior Assistant Assistant of the President, no? Special Assistant of the President. At pati nga yung mga Indians, they had cars in the office of the President kay Bongo.
Yeah.
And Bongo, kept saying, no, I'm not involved. But, kung siya ang Special Assistant ng Presidente at yung mga bata na galing sa Davao, were fooling around with the contract. By the way, there was you can ask Secretary Lorenzana here. He showed a note that says, talk to the admiral involved na ilipat, kausapin niya ito mga to para mapaliwanag sa presidente. Even there alone, there's already smoking gun. And then later on, doon pa sa HLURB, na-involved na naman, pero nakakalusot pa rin. So, really, there's something to be said about Bongo. He must explain because nothing would happen. Nobody would be appointed to any position at the time without Bongo's clearance. Right? That's a fact. Now, in the case of the cases that were filed, administrative punishment pala yun. You're disqualified from public office. Mayroon pang criminal case yan. Pag final yung criminal case, it could blossom into plunder because there's a conspiracy by all these people and
Patay. Narinig niyo yung sabi ni Sir Gordon? So, pwedeng yan, administrative case yan. Hindi lang administrative case, criminal case. At hindi lang criminal case yan. Kumbaga plunder, papasok sa plunder. So matindi po pag ipoporsyon ni halongkatin uli ni Senator Gordon to, malamang-lamang dagok ang abutin ng ating former president. Kasi alam niyo kung bakit? Marami silang dawit dito eh. Kumbaga, sino yung posible ba na madawit dito? Unang-una, ang ating ex-president Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Pangalawa, ang ating ex-DOH secretary na si Francisco Duque III. Pangatlo, na pwedeng madawit din dito is si Senator Bongo. Yan. Kasi siya yung special assistant ng president. At siya yung nag-approve kung sino yung itatalaga. Siya yung tumadaan sa kanya lahat yan. At yung mga naupo na nakatalaga ay alam ni Senator Bongo yan. Sino-sino yung mga yon? Si Michael Yang. Sino ba si Michael Yang? Ito ay isang Chinese businessman na naging economic advisor ni former President Roa Duterte. Economic advisor, ha? Diba? Tapos si Christopher Lau. Si Christopher Lau naman ay tinalaga bilang officer in charge sa PSDBM. Okay, so papansin niyo yung ano. At si Christopher Lau ay isang ang bali-balita ko, isang member ng frat ni Duterte. Yan. So magkakakilala lahat naman. Kumbaga ang nangyari parang chess yan. Pwesto lahat ng mga kailangang ipwesto para maging smooth yung transaction. Ganun yun.
You can connect everyone together from President Duterte to Michael Yang to PSDBM, lahat sila all the way, including Secretary Duque, kasama sila, and then all the way.
Alam nyo, ang nakakalungkot lang dito si Secretary Duque kasi parang wala siyang ganong alam dito. Kumbaga, naipit lang siya sa sitwasyon pero meron siyang sala dito kasi pumayag siya at nagpagamit siya. Kasi yung transferring ng fund na to, alam niyo ba kung magkano yung transfer fund? 47.6 billion pesos ang tinransfer nila dito, which is supposed to be budget ng DOH yun. Okay naman na mag-transfer yon, okay naman na magpabili sana, pero hindi dapat tinransfer mo na kasi ang problema dito, yung inaakusahan nila na formally, which is parang sinasabi nila na illegal yon kasi hindi naman accredited yun ng ating gobyerno dati. Kumbaga bagong company lang yun, na-establish lang yung formally noong 2019 kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Tapos 600 plus thousand lang yung budget capital niya. Pero bakit na bigyan siya ng award na siya yung mag-purchase ng mga PPE, mga equipment, mga supplies para sa hospitals na wala naman siyang kakayanan. Yun yung sinasabi nila. Kasi 600 plus thousand lang yung budget nung capital nung formally na yan. Pero na-award sa kanya yung billion halaga ng supply para sa hospital kasi time ng COVID yun eh. Okay?
Way down to the folks sila Mango. Can you imagine they were even nambabalo sila ng luma? That is what binili. Pinapalitan nila yung product ng luma. You remember that? And then nawala siya, kilid na pa siya. Nawala siya.
Yeah.
And then bumaliktad siya. So you see, all the trappings of foolishness, of corruption, you can put it all together in one outline. You will have perhaps about 30 to 35 incidents na connected from Duterte all the way down to the smallest guy, and you can see all the way to the escape, all the way to the fact that they chartered the plane using Moy Dargani's initials. Sabi niya nakilala niya lang yan, MD na nakalagay niya, yung nakalagay yung pala Moy Dargani.
Yung tinutukoy naman niyang DM, yung MD pala. Yung tinutukoy niyang MD is si Monit Dargani. Si Monit Dargani ay isa itong incorporator doon sa Parmali na sinasabi nilang na meet lang nila doon sa eroplano, pero actually isa itong incorporator doon sa may share, may malaking share din doon sa farm na Parmali. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, meron yata siyang 30% share doon. Kasi corporation yun, so hindi lang isa yung may-ari. Kumbaga, marami sila. At yung pinaka-chairman nila diyan ng Parmali is yung Singaporean national na si sino ba yung basta Singaporean national yung chairman dito, si Huang Chuyan, yan. Isang Singaporean national na chairman. Mayroon yata siyang 40% shares dun sa Parmali na yon.
Oo.
But
But there is there enough evidence, Senator? Would there be enough evidence to actually file charges against President Duterte regarding the Parmali case?
Oh, definitely. Ito talagang, I mean, I prepared something. I'm just waiting for the ombudsman to complete the investigation. But all this, I can send it to you if you like. You can read it, and it's very logical. All the connections are there. All the documentary evidence are there. All the statements under oath. You know, they make a big thing out of the fact that the Senate did not approve it. That's not true. The Senate did not vote on it. They abstained. And what really happens here is that it's
Alam niyo kung bakit sinasabi ni Sir Dick Gordon na hindi bumoto yung mga senador at nag-abstain sila. Nag-abstain sila kasi takot sila.
still a public endeavor filled with statements under oath,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
documents that were obtained legally. And if you use that, you have a case. Bakit hindi ginagamit yan? Parang lumabas yan. Oh, sinabi na namin yan, si Duque should be follow Duterte. And then, sinabi na namin, si Michael Yang po, bakit wala pang kaso hanggang ngayon? All these things are there, and I think it's eventually, palagi ko nininervous sa yung mga tao involved dyan, because bukod na sa mga problema nila sa ICC, ito ang pinakamalaking kaso ng, it is the case of the century, the corruption century, which happened at the time when people were dying, when people were sick. They had the temerity to try and steal money from the people of this country at that time. And this
Pero grabe talaga yung kung papansin ninyo, parang wala na silang pakialam basta makakuha sila ng pera. So, biruin niyo yung time na yan, is a pandemic, so maraming namamatay. Sabi nga ni, grabe, everybody is dying. So, halos lahat may sakit. Tapos, ang inuuna nila kung paano sila makakuha ng pera, di ba? Kasi, yung Parmali na to, di ba walang kakayanan, pero nabigyan siya ng grant na makakuha ng mga hospital supply. Tapos, allegedly na overpriced yung mga price na binigay niya dun sa mga face mask, sa mga basic necessities na kailangan sa hospital tsaka sa mga tao. Face shield tsaka face mask, yan yung mga which is overpriced, which is supposed to be ang PSDBM is nandyan para siya yung tumingin kung saan siya makakamura, pero overpriced yung base sa kanila is overpriced yung binigay na presyo. Kumbaga pinagkakitaan na habang namamatay yung mga kababayan natin.
all what? Foreign nationals who are persecuting us, who are harassing us, intimidating us. Makabawi naman tayo because hindi naman ito bawi. This is justice. We're not talking about bawi, we're talking about justice.
Yeah. And I think just to give an overall thought, I think that the bigger issue in our country, and you've been passionate about this, Senator Gordon, is the fact that when people are in power,
Yes.
They literally feel untouchable. So you had a certain group, which would mean in every administration, there's always a certain group of people. They feel untouchable at that point because they're with the president, tao sila ng presidente because the president is immune from suit at that point. So ang nangyayari, these things happen and then the Filipino people have to pay for it. And the
Exactly.
charges are exactly. So this is such a common issue. I mean, there's the former administration, there's the present one. It's a cycle of feeling untouchable.
Yes. It's a cycle of corruption and untouchability. And it is a colonial hangover. Natakot tayo sa mga nakapangyarihan. And you know, that's why I keep citing other countries. Bakit sila they can prosecute them, tayo hindi tayo makaprosecute? And to me, all the evidence is here, glaring at us. And yet, it's business as usual for most Filipinos that none of my business until it bites you. Supposing ikaw yung namatayan because of this corruption. Di ba masama ang loob mo? I was there at the time. We were working in the Red Cross with all these people who were sending to hospitals, doing vaccination. We had a girl that was in an ambulance with his dad. They could not get to a hospital for 14 hours and we got him into a hospital. There were so many dramatic stories. And while all of the time, these people, talagang pinapapak nila yung pera ng Pilipino. Nanakawa nila ang tao. Talagang, this is the height of evil. And who perpetrated it? Who perpetrated it? It is the president who is now accused of killing so many people. He is an embarrassment to the country. And now, he is even now, lumalabas, sinabi na ni Duque, siya ang nagutos. Eh, matagal na lang din sinabi yan eh. And if you look at the record of the Blue Ribbon Committee, no one was spared. I can show you all the reports. All the presidents, nilagyan namin, they must explain or they must be, cases must be filed against them. Even the chief of the Philippine National Police had to retire early. Albayalde because of our investigation.
Mga kabopols, matindi itong pasabog ni former Senator Gordon. At kung at ang madidiin dito si former DOH Secretary Duque, kung hindi siya magiging star witness dito. Nako, siya yung isa rin siya sa mga madidiin dito kasi siya yung DOH Secretary at that time at siya yung may responsible dun sa budget ng DOH. Pero pumayag siya na i-transfer yung napakalaking pera sa PSDBM ng ganun-ganun lang. Kasi questionable yun eh.
And then the two immigration officials, they are now in jail because of the TV that we were able to capture doon sa Soler para mahuli sila na tumatanggap ng pera. And yet, pagka mga tao na ng mga pahulo na ganyan eh, they're already exempted from prosecution. The moment we are able to prosecute these people, klaro-klaro sa taong Pilipino, na na-prosecute natin yan, maniniwala ang tao sa gobyerno, marami nang lalabas na katotohanan dyan.
All right. On that note, I want to thank you so much for joining me today, former Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman
Ayun. Doon na natatapos yung interview ni former Senator Richard Gordon. So sir, maraming salamat po sa pagbisita sa aking channel kahit na hindi mo alam. Ayun. Mga kabopols, dito na po magtatapos yung ating reaction. So, abangan nyo po, mayroon pa pong kasi part 1 lang po to. Marami po tayong i-discuss dito. So, part 1. So, ibig sabihin may part 2, part 3, part 4. So, mayroon maliit dito nakasulat. So, sabi niya, magtatago na ba ako? Parang may susunod na magtatago yata eh. Alala niyo ba parang maglalaro na yata sila ng ng tagu-taguan. Alam niyo ba yung tagu-taguan? Yung pagbilang ko ng 3, nakatago na kayo. 1, 2, 3, tapos lahat sila nagtago na, di ba? pero may mga ibang supporters diyan na Nauna na nagtago, hindi pa nagbilang, nakatago na. Alam niyo kung sino yan? Guess who? Hindi pa nagbibilang, nakatago na. Si Bantag. Pangalawa na nagtago na yung wala pang bilang, si Buloy. Sino kaya ang susunod na magtatago na wala pang bilang? Okay, abangan nyo po yung susunod kong video. So huwag nyo pong kalimutang mag-like, mag-subscribe, at i-hit yung notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa aking panibagong video. Abangan nyo po yung part 2. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye.